break with Tommy D. Wow. Let's get it.
Hey, this is theconcretejungle.com. This is Tommy Dangerously, and I'm here with Tim Bradley's head trainer and ex-champion, Joel Diaz. Joel, how's it going?
It's going great. How's everybody out there? Good afternoon to everybody.
All right, good job. So you're the main guy for Bradley. We actually met at the Santa Anita racetracks during that time before he was training for Manny Pacquiao. The Manny Pacquiao fight, I mean, as far as your side of the map is concerned, it went fine, right? You guys won.
Well, on that night it was an intense night for everybody. Very intense. It was something that not everybody expected. Everybody expected a Manny Pacquiao to walk through Timothy Bradley like he did with every other fighter, and the reality of the sport, Timothy Bradley just crashed a party for him and Mayweather in the near future fight.
That's true. Now, talking about Tim Bradley, he's not just, some guy who got a gift fate, I guess you could say. Manny Pacquiao, he fights the best. He fights the best that are out there. And, Tim Bradley, he really earned that spot. He earned it the old-fashioned way. He went out there and beat all the guys and their mama. He beat Witter, the hitter. Then he beat Edner Cherry Bomb. He beat Rated R, Kendall Holt, and unified the WBC and WBO 140 titles, which not Floyd or Pacquiao did, I might add. Then he beat Nate Galaxy Campbell. Then he beat Lamont Peterson. Now, Lamont Peterson's a guy who gave Ortiz one of the best fights of his career, and who beat Amir Khan, a guy who a lot of people say that Tim Bradley didn't want to fight. So I don't know if that proves a lot, but it proves a lot to me. And not only that, he jumped up to 147 and fought a solid welterweight in Luis Abregu, a non-title bout, but a victory all the same. And then moved back down to 140, fought the unbeatable Devin Alexander, who just came off a big KO of Juan Urango, and that was in 2011, January the 29th. I mean, what do you say to all these fans that are just like saying that he really didn't win?
Yeah, what do I say to all these fans? I mean, hey, just keep watching. All I can say is just keep watching, because it doesn't matter what I say. At the end of the day, they're critics. They're gonna sit behind a laptop or behind a computer, and they're gonna put their comments, But
right.
They're never gonna show their faces to me or Bradley, because they just throw the comments on the internet where nobody can see them, like every other coward there is in the world. Bother me at the end of the day. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I just keep doing my job, and Bradley does his job, and he's still undefeated, and he's not undefeated by choice. He's undefeated because he works hard. There's just these people, and they sit behind a computer and start putting critics and start making some comments. They don't know what boxing is about. They've never been in the ring, and they never put in a pair of gloves. They want to see Tim Bradley get knocked out by Manny Pacquiao. Timothy was in front of Manny Pacquiao all night. It wasn't like he was running all day. How come Manny Pacquiao didn't destroy Tim Bradley? He should have. That's why Bradley was there. Bradley was there in that fight for Manny Pacquiao to destroy him, to knock him out, to move on into a fight with Mayweather. But you know what? It didn't happen. Timothy Bradley came in and crashed the party. That night, and the following day, Tim told me, "Coach, I don't even feel sore for my face. It seems like he didn't even get hit. I didn't even get hit." And he wasn't running. I know there's going to be a lot of cowards behind a computer saying, "Well, he didn't fight." Well, he was in front of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was right there in front of him all night. And Timothy Bradley, according to some comments, he don't hit hard enough. Okay, if he don't hit hard enough, then why did Manny Pacquiao didn't push the fight forward to knock him out? He had 2 injured feet and still didn't hurt him. But you know what? Timothy keeps winning, and he keeps winning. And since the beginning of his career, he's always been the person they throw out to lose. He's always been a fighter that doesn't earn. He doesn't get no credit because of his style. He doesn't get no credit because of his ability of fighting. But you know what? He keeps winning. He keeps winning and winning and winning. And at the end of the day, he's still undefeated. He has an undefeated record.
There's certain guys who I mean, I've been a bit, even before I started doing this, I've been a big Timothy Bradley fan. I went to go see him. I went to go meet him. I wanted to, just shake his hand because I think what he does, he has that blue-collar work ethic. And, not only that, I see a lot of things in him that I see in great fighters, So one day when the books are closed, hopefully he goes down as one of those great fighters, He works with kids. He has his own football league, from what I hear. I think your brother's in it too, right?
My son.
Your son, okay, yeah. That I mean, he does so many things. He's a good guy, and these things aren't celebrated as well because I guess they're not as media friendly as the bad. Because all we hear is the bad, and we hear about how a panel of 5 judges, rescored the fight and gave it all to Manny. But on the night that it happened, it wasn't the case.
I mean, you can sit in front of a TV and watch a fight, but sit in front of a ringside and watch a fight is completely different. I mean, that night you watch a fight, and Jim Lampley all night had Manny Pacquiao, beating, destroying Timothy's face with a straight left hand, and another straight left hand, and another straight left hand, and that left hand never even touched him. But that's the way it is in boxing. In boxing, already before the bell rings, these commentators, they already know they're already on somebody's side already to win the fight. So by their comments, they influence the people that are listening behind the monitor, and that's the way it is. But when you're there live watching the fight close to the ring, you see a completely different fight. And at the end of that night, believe me, I told Tim Bradley, I go get in that ring. I told my assistant, I can get in that ring and raise them up. We won this fight. At the end of the round, at the end of the fight, the last 2 rounds, I told Tim to go in there and exchange with Pacquiao. Pacquiao wasn't going to hurt him. Timothy pushed Pacquiao the last 2 rounds, pushed him back, and exchanged with him, back to back. And Pacquiao couldn't pull the trigger. Manny Pacquiao has 60 fights already, 60 training camps, a lot on his back, a lot on his plate. He's a great guy, Him, personally, as a person, Manny Pacquiao is a great guy.
Yeah.
There's just too much around him. There's just too much around him. I respect every fighter out there, and I respect every fighter. I respect every trainer, because at the end of the day, we're here for a purpose. It's our job. It's our work, and we're here to work like everybody else. Everybody else has a job, and we're trying to do the best we can, so that one day we retire and we don't have to do this anymore.
Right.
And of course, if everybody always shoots for the stars, if you go to a job, you want to be a supervisor. You don't want to be an employee. Us trainers, the fighters, they want to be world champions. Us trainers, we want to fight the best fighters out there. Why? Because of course we want to test our potential. We want to test our work, and at the end of the day, we want to get a good paycheck. Obviously, that's what we're here for.
Right.
And I'm sorry that a lot of people don't get that, they don't earn that because they don't work hard enough, or they don't use the right path to make it to that level. Fortunately, we ended up with a gift. That Timothy makes my job easy. He works hard. He trains hard, and he has that gift. He fights, and his style is not one of the best styles out there. But you know what? He keeps winning. He don't get beat.
Your DJ has only just begun.